There we
So you
go.
guys caught Lisa singing.
Yep, I
If
was
you were
singing.
here at the beginning. So,
Oh, no, so much
hello,
less for me.
everybody. We are so happy to be here. Today is Sculpey. It's all about Sculpey. And
Yes.
just before we get started, I want to introduce ourselves. My name is Ann Butler, and this is Lisa Rojas. She is my business partner for Bella Crafts Publishing. We publish a free downloadable craft magazine 4 times a year. The summer issue just released last week, so if you have not gotten your copy yet, make sure you sign up. You can go to our Facebook page and click Learn More, or you can go to our website. Lisa will put links in while I am demoing.
Yes, I will.
Yes. So, hi, Jimmy. I'm glad you're back.
Hi, Jimmy.
So, we are all about Sculpey today. Lisa created a fun, beachy frame at the noon hour. And if you haven't seen that, make sure you go back and watch that because you want to enter for the giveaway. Sculpey is so generous. This is a photo of the giveaway pack. I mean, it is filled with, I think, like 15 bottles of Liquid Sculpey.
Amazing.
It has some molds. It has a craft mat. It has a stirring kit and so much more. So you want to enter. And to enter, all you need to do is like, share, and comment. You can do one. You can do all 3. Every time you enter, as long as you hashtag Bella Crafts, that counts as an entry because we have everything that goes into a program and automatically picks the winner.
Yes.
So if you share it to several different places, then you are entered more than once. So that is the beauty of our giveaways. You can enter as many times as you want, and you have until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time. That's when we have the cutoff. And then we draw our winner Wednesday morning. And if you're on YouTube, you can't comment here, obviously, but you can go ahead and comment on YouTube and you will be put in to the drawing. Lisa will just add you in.
Yes.
Hi, Laura. Nice to see
Laura.
you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Leah and Jimmy. So we are excited to be sharing Sculpey. We are excited to bring you new products from different manufacturers. And Liquid Sculpey has been around for a while. If you caught Lisa's live, that was the first time she had ever played with it. And she had fun, right?
I had a blast. I had so much fun. I had it everywhere. I was having so much. That's how you know I'm having a really good time when I'm crafting. Because I have stuff out everywhere and I'm adding this and I had a blast. It's a great project, especially for beginners. I'm telling you, because, you
can't really mess up.
You can't. And if you get the molds and you use those like I did, then you get a feel for the product, and then you can go and get into more advanced techniques. And I'm gonna love making some jewelry, and stuff. I'm super excited about that. I already bought a jewelry kit.
Oh, see, Maria, it might just be you. Go out and come back in. I don't think it's freezing for anybody else.
Yeah.
It would be very cute for the outside of the journals. And Jimmy, I have got something I'm going to show you that will be awesome. I mean, I believe there are flower molds. I don't have any. I do have a leaf mold.
Yeah.
And some other molds, but I would think that there are flower molds. And the cool thing is, yes, it will replay. Laura, you can catch the replays of both of these. The cool thing about this is you can use, if Sculpey doesn't have the mold that you want, you can buy like Wilton, because their molds can go into the oven. You have to make sure it's an oven safe mold. You can't use the molds that you get at the dollar store. Those, the majority of them, I don't know about all of them, but they're not oven safe.
Right.
And that will just melt.
Yes.
So it would
So,
destroy your
and
project. It will
right.
melt your mold, and your house will smoke.
Oh
So
yeah, yuck.
you just want to
And
make sure you're using an oven safe mold.
Wilton is for baking, correct?
Yep. Yep. So they
Yeah.
do
So
have,
they have tons of
yep, they have
molds.
silicone molds that are for baking.
Yeah.
So
So
that works perfectly.
yep. There you
Yes.
go.
So I had fun playing, even though I played with Liquid Sculpey. I've wanted to try for years, and I never even tried it until last year, because I have been using baked polymer, air dry polymer clay for over 20 years. I have done baked polymer clay occasionally, but the liquid always intrigued me, and I tried it last year, and it was great. And then this week I had so much fun just playing.
Yeah.
So they have these beautiful molds. I mean, look at that. Is that not gorgeous?
Mm,
So that is for a necklace.
that
And it
is.
turned out just stunning,
I
because
love
the
that.
black is, of course, black, but the silver is a metallic.
Metallic. Yeah.
And then I have the pearl on there, and the pearl is metallic. And
That's
it's just,
beautiful.
it's so stunning. And, you know, you can see which side of the mold you want facing out, because obviously this could go either way.
Right.
And then I wanted to play with my foil papers, because you all know I love foils. And I was able to create that.
I love
Now,
that.
isn't that beautiful? That is with the clear. And maybe when I have the camera down, you'll see exactly how clear that is. But that is crystal clear. So you can see the papers. So you can use anything
Oh, I
with
know.
the liquid, as long as it's oven safe. And paper at 275 or 300, hi Rosario, is oven safe. It's not going to burn up in your oven.
Right.
So you just need to be careful what you're picking and using. I mean, you can use glitter and beads, and maybe not plastic beads, but glass beads.
Yeah.
Paper,
The micro beads.
foils, the micro beads, if they're glass beads. I'm not sure about plastic, so I don't even want to say that. But
Yeah.
this is such a fun product. You guys will love it. And price pack, I mean, it's huge.
That's
It's
amazing.
huge. So we're excited
That's amazing.
about that, right?
Yeah, I want to enter.
Well, you know, Rochelle can enter.
Yeah, this is true, but
Yeah,
she
but
would
we
never get
wouldn't pick
picked.
one of our own.
Nope.
But, you know,
That's why I
we
just
want
said,
one of you guys to win
yeah.
for sure. And then we want you to create something and share it in our group, Do You Love to Craft, which Lisa will put a link in while I'm live.
Yes.
So yeah, just so many fun things. I am going to set my camera down.
Okay.
And Lisa can talk about the group or something.
Or something.
minute.
You know me. I can talk just about
Lisa
it. I
can just
about
talk.
everything. I just talk. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't know about our Do You Love to Craft group, we would love to have you join on Facebook. It's just a fun place where we're, sharing ideas and craft tips and projects and all kinds of fun stuff. So, if you haven't done so already, join us there. It's a lot of fun.
It is. So
There
yes,
she goes.
Laura did it right. Hashtag Bella Crafts.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the prize pack that one lucky person will be getting.
That's just amazing.
And Lisa showed you how to use the molds, and I'm going to show you molds too, and how to do it without molds. So this is just a small craft sheet, and I want to show you. Okay, so when I first started playing, okay, Jimmy, you'll love this. This is a doily mold. Now, this would be perfect for a journal. Now, I haven't taken like almost all of the open areas pulled out, but right here in the pearl part, I can see some of them didn't. But you can just take a toothpick or a stick or a poker like this and just poke those little excesses out. They come out so easy. And isn't that Joy cute? That would be so beautiful on a journal. Let me see if I can. Maybe that's better.
I love that.
Isn't that beautiful? So you not only get one, you get several.
That's the flat one, right, Ann?
This is the mold.
Okay, yeah.
So you can see that you get all of these little tiny ones too. And so you have all of these little bits and pieces. I mean, how cute is that?
That's so cool.
Hi, Penny, which would be so cool on journal covers, right? And if you go to the Sculpey blog or their website, their blog is on there. There is a design where somebody took and folded this and folded it, I think, this way. So it looks like a fortune cookie and made earrings.
How cute is that?
So, and right now you can see how flexible this is. So I've worked with resin for years, about a dozen years. And the difference is the flexibility of this. It is just amazing. The reason I showed you this first was there's this mold, and this is the mold that I wanted to do. So it still has the clay in it. And when I did this, instead of putting a drop of the liquid teal here and the pearl and the silver up here, I had gone here, here, and here. Okay. So when I scraped it, I had all this excess. So I was able to put all that excess into here. And then I was able to use the excess in some of my molds.
Oh, how cool.
So yes, I had a lot of excess. And like it went face down. Like I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You know, so while this could be for a piece of jewelry, I think I would slice this off so it's pliable enough you're able to cut this. And then I would use that side because that side is so beautiful. Yes, Rosario, resin gets stiff when it cures. So this is pliable, which is so much fun. So I left this in the mold so you could see how easy it peels out. So I baked this yesterday, and all you need to do is bend the mold back and pull. And look at that. Beautiful piece of lace. Is that not gorgeous? And this you can hardly tell. That's a light blue, which I would have, no, it is the silver. It's just so light because I pulled the other color through it. So now you can see on here all of this excess because when I pulled it, of course, there's stuff around the edge here. I'm going to move that paper out of the way. But all you need to do is you can just trim that away. If you don't like to trim, you can hold on to your lace piece and just kind of pull it away because it'll all come away. But isn't that a beautiful piece of lace? So this, Jimmy, would be gorgeous on a pocket notebook.
Yes. Oh my. Yeah.
You know, and the flexibility of it, it would also be cute as a cuff.
That's what I wanted to do with it.
Yep. So, I mean, there are so many possibilities. And like I said, all those little pieces, you can, if you hate fussy cutting, you can pull the majority of it away and then go in and just cut the little pieces away. Now, what I'm sharing today is a lot of tips. And so you have this left over. You have the excess. It wipes off so easily. I just have a baby wipe here, and you can just wipe all of that away. If you have some that is being stubborn, you can take some just rubbing alcohol and put it on a Q-tip to get rid of like inside the crevices there if you think it's going to bother your next the next time you use the mold. So they're easy to clean, which is nice, right? I mean, you don't want something that you use and then it's super hard to take care of.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I always work on a craft mat with this. And then here is a couple molds. So this is a jewelry mold. And I left these here so you could see me take them out. They just pop right out. There is just a little excess right there. And the excess wouldn't be there if you didn't fill it all the way to the top, right? I mean, I filled mine and a little spilt over, which is totally fine, but it's just a titch and it's easy to trim away. And then in this mold, it's so cool because there is a little
stem
plug. Yeah, stem. So that is your hole to put your ring or findings, whatever, for your jewelry piece. So these are easy. The only thing you have to be sure when you're doing this is really close. If you can see, it's super close. You want to make sure you have Liquid Sculpey up in there, because otherwise you'll have a piece without that hole. So you want to make sure when you're putting it in, you can take like this picker or a toothpick and pull it up, or just start, because I usually start in the middle, but you want to make sure you get that included. Otherwise, you're not going to have that hole, which you need to make your jewelry piece. And these, you can use either side. That one I had filled with silver to finish filling it, so I wouldn't use that side. But so cool and so easy. And when this is full, if you're not using clear, you bake this at 275 for 30 minutes. I always bake it for about 27 minutes. So I can, these molds are from Sculpey. Yes, Laura. I bake it for about 27 minutes. So I hear my timer and I can go in and check it. And then I add a couple more minutes. And yes, you can make little charms out of these. There's so much you can do. But this is a great mold because you have these pieces right here if you're making a necklace. And then you have two if you're making little earrings to go with it.
Love that.
And these are super, super lightweight. I mean, there is no heaviness to them, which is great. Now, I happen to have these two molds that I bought when I was doing resin. I did resin like several times a week for a company. And I had bought these molds so I could make a lot of jewelry. So I put my Liquid Sculpey in here, and these are, they go together. So this is the outside. So this is the bezel. And then this would be,
Oh, look
so
at
that would
that.
go, yeah, yep. So that just goes right inside there. So these are made, so you have your circles, and then you have your circles for the cabochon. And so these go together, which
Oh,
is
that's
really cool,
cool.
you know? So then all you need, I have a little jar here that I keep my bales in because then I know where they are. So I have all different kinds of bales, but you can just take a bale and put on the back, adhere it, and then you have your necklace. So how easy is that? And these molds are from Sculpey. I had bought them for resin, but see, they work so perfectly. Isn't that fun? Then I'm not sure what these turned out like. So
Oh,
this is just
that,
black and gold.
that's gorgeous.
Isn't it? I mean, it just, and how easy is that? So you don't have to have, like I have a lot of these because I taught a lot of jewelry back in the day. So I have these, but if you don't have them, you can make your own.
That's beautiful. I love, love, love.
You love, love, love that.
I do.
See, and you can make all the shapes. And if there's just that little bit of excess right there, just trim it away. You can file it if you want. Like I have a filing stick and you can take and just file it off too. To me, I find it just as easy to cut it. But I wanted to show you those because Sculpey has so many options. And you just got to check out their site. Now, this piece right here, I think this is one of my favorite because you can do anything with these. It's kind of like to me, it reminds me of an arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved this, although I would have preferred more dark on the bottom and just a little bit up at the top. And all I did for this was put a ribbon. And then I'll put findings on the end to create a necklace. So I wanted to show you the mold for this. It is they really thought about this when they made this because it has these two right here are for necklaces too. So they're chunky and they're just a long straight piece. And this one is square and this one is a rectangle. But they're also the legs of this piece, you know? So that's cool. And I wanted to show you that this piece comes with these two metal rods. Now these metal rods, you can take and put your findings on the rod and stick this through. And then there are little tiny places where that just snaps into place. So you can put that in there. This one I filled a little bit too much. So you can put that in there and it'll keep this from falling in all the way.
Oh.
So it keeps your bale out. Now I wanted to show you how easy it was to take these out. So this is part of the leg, but the tip of the liquid resin is to here. And when I did this, all I did was pour liquid resin in. And when you're using any of the molds, you want to tap to get air bubbles out. So if you tap it like this, the air bubbles will come to the top. And if you still have air bubbles, you can just poke them. So to get this out, you just kind of squeeze and move it. Now, when it comes out of the oven, it's hot. So you want to wait about 5 or 10 minutes. if you have trouble with these, you can very carefully put a, like this down in there to loosen it. But I don't think, see how easy that was?
Oh, how pretty.
Is that not beautiful?
That's
I love this.
insane.
So what I did is I put the teal down, I added the silver, and then I added the black. And then I took this and I just went down a couple times to give me some of those lines. But isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous, Anne. I love that.
Now you just need to trim off, because after I had all my liquid in there and I put my binding on and put the rod through, then I added just a little bit more liquid of the black to make it go to the top. So you just trim away that excess. But oh my gosh, I think that is just stunning.
So pretty.
I can see that my ring moved just a little bit. So when you put it in the oven, you want to make sure it's straight. But that one's beautiful. And I had done a black and silver of this one, but I didn't like, I couldn't find any out of all my jewelry pieces. I couldn't find the right findings to use. Although this bail would have worked, because I could have stuck that right down in there and just had that sticking out. But I didn't like what I did here, so I actually took a knife and cut that off. And I will just use, I might just put 2 of these bails on here.
Oh, pretty. Yeah.
You know, so you can save things that you don't like. But for this one, what I did, I have wire and just a dowel rod. And what I did was I wrapped it 3 times, because I used to make my own jump rings this way. I used to wind a whole bunch up, and then I would cut my own jump rings. But for this, I wrapped it 3 times, and then I cut it off.
Oh, I see what you did.
And then I took the 2 ends and I twisted it. And then I just continued to twist it. I cut the excess off. And then
look how cool that is. That's so nifty.
So this is the jump ring, and it has 3 sections, and this is going to go down in there. But to give it a little extra insurance that it wasn't going to come out, I just put a little hook there. I don't know if you can see that.
Great idea.
So you can see that hook. So when I put this down in there, and once the clay is baked, it's not going to move. They would be cute as mountains in a fairy garden, Jimmy. Wouldn't they? They would be very cute as mountains. So I'm going to pull this one out. And this one's a little easier. This one you got to kind of push at the tip. This one you can kind of push from the bottom. And believe me, it's worth it. If it takes just a little bit of time. Once I have it, isn't that cool?
Oh, that's beautiful.
So
see, I love that idea for the jump rings. I think that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, because I always made my own jump rings, just because you never knew what size. You know, you had to have so many different sizes, and
right.
if you created dangles. So to make
And
your
they're
jumpers, you
expensive.
just wrap around the rod several times and just cut it where you need it. So
That's
for
a great
this,
tip.
you can just take, this is just sheer ribbon from Gwen Studios. And I like black and white. So I get a big roll of each and just have available. But you could do something like that if you like that.
So pretty.
You can just use a chain. What I thought would be cool, and I forgot to go outside and grab it, would be to put a twig through here.
Oh, wouldn't that be beautiful?
And glue the twig onto the liquid, or well, the clay. But just a twig would be cute, and then to use a piece of black leather rope.
Oh yeah.
Now, wouldn't that be great?
That would be really, really pretty.
Okay, so now, I mean, I've been showing you lots of things I made. Now I want to show you actually how I made this, because I thought y'all know how much I love foil. So this is my foil paper, and this is my foil paper. Isn't that beautiful? See, this is something that like you could do with resin, but it makes it way heavier. And this is just crystal clear. You can see how clear that is. Isn't that beautiful? Because you can still see the shine of the foil. And this one. Isn't that fun? That's with the shattered glass. So these are easy to do. And if you make
now, those are just bezels, right? And that you're putting them in?
They're just bezels. And this one I did not like because my paper seemed to fold just a little bit.
You can't tell.
Well, I can. Well, maybe you can. So I took this picker and I just stuck it down in there and was able to pull it out.
Oh.
So I still have my bezel. This could still be used for a project, you know, by itself. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to do one of these. And all I did was, you know, I save all my little bits of paper. So this is my foiled papers. And for this one, I just happen to have a punch that is exactly the right size, which I was thrilled with, because you just punch it out. Now for the heart, I laid the heart, I kind of looked where I wanted the pattern, and I laid this down and I traced around it, and I cut just inside the line to put that piece in there because I didn't have a punch for this particular heart. And now whenever you're using liquid resin or Liquid Sculpey, you want to make sure that you stir it up really good. All of the metallics and the regular, you can stir and it's nice and smooth anyhow, but you want to stir it up. But the clear, because of whatever chemicals are in there to make it crystal clear, you can feel that there's some thicker chunks in there. And you just want to stir that super good, which I've already done. I just wanted to show you. You can just take like this stick that comes with the cup, because it has a pointed edge and it's easy to get down to the bottom. And I'm going to actually just take a tiny bit and put at the bottom of this bezel. This is just going to hold my paper in place. Even though the paper fits exactly in there, I want the paper to be glued down. So depending upon your paper, if you had a particular, like I like that going up to the top, so you can turn it exactly how you want it. And it's so cool that you can add so many different things inside here to encase. And the nozzle, it has 2 different streams, so you can go really thin or really thick. But I like to just pour it right from the bottle. And I just start right in the center and kind of watch it go. And then I turn it so I don't lose any. And just make sure the bezel gets filled all the way to the edges. And then if there's any air bubbles, like I see one right there, I just poke them. And you would stick this in the oven at 300 degrees for 30 minutes. Now, if you're doing this, make a bunch so you can just stick them all in the oven. But like I said, I put it in for about 27 minutes and then I check it. You know, I mean, I know it says 30 minutes and I do it for 30 minutes, but I just want to check because every oven is different. When I first did liquid clay, I would do it for like 20 minutes and then 25, just because every oven is different. And you want to know your oven and make sure that it's right. You can take a thermometer and stick it inside your oven to make sure it really is the 300 degrees for the clear. For the others, it's 275 for 30 minutes. And I know I said during Lisa's live, if I was baking this at the same time as some molds with regular Liquid Sculpey or metallic, then I would have it at 275 for 30 minutes. I would take these out and you would take a heat gun while it's still hot and just go over it for a minute or two. And it will, because if you're doing it at 275 for 30 minutes, it will be a little cloudy. But when you use that heat gun and go over it, you can just see that clear popping through. And that's what makes it so pretty.
That's a great tip, though. I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, so you can bake them together. So you're not sitting, a half hour here, a half hour there, But if you're in your studio or your craft room and you're just playing with a lot, you want to be able to keep playing and go ahead and stick them all in the oven. But with the clear, just make sure you can use it. That's what I did with this one, because this one I baked with other things. And then I just took my heat gun and you can see how beautifully clear that is. And you can see the foil. You can see the foil, the shimmer and the shine of the foil.
That's gorgeous.
So on this, I think I would also add an eyelet with maybe a pink bead or something.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
Now,
where do you get the bezels that you use for these, Anne?
I used to teach jewelry, and I would just buy them by the hundreds. But that was when Doris was in business, and I had a wholesale account. Doris
that's right.
is now part of Michael's. So I would buy wholesale, and I would just buy hundreds, but by the gross, 144 at a time.
Right.
So now you might check Amazon, but
Michael's would probably have them, though.
Michael's would have them, and if you're not teaching, you don't need 144. And Hobby Lobby will have them. Like I have these. I didn't use them, but these would be perfect inside like this. Because
Oh, yeah.
it's a screw eyelet.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So the threads of the screw part would help encase it and keep it in there. So that would be a perfect ring for at the top of this.
And it wouldn't be near as expensive because that's like a Home Depot,
There's 42 pieces, and I think I paid $2.99.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you
You know,
buy the little bales, you can maybe get 6 or 8 in a package for $2.99.
right. Well,
Or
this was
more.
actually in the jewelry department.
Was it?
Yeah.
Now, see, I would have found it at the hardware store.
Yeah, no, it was in Hobby Lobby.
Oh, cool.
So Maria needs to get back into jewelry making. I know. I had given a lot of my jewelry supplies away. I kept certain things.
Yep.
But every once in a while, I'm drawn back toward it. And doing this Liquid Sculpey, oh my goodness. I do think that this is my favorite, though.
That's beautiful.
Because I love how the black, it kind of looks like an agate. Right down there.
So pretty. Love it.
And I love the fact that I was able to use my papers with it. I mean, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought to do that again.
Well, but
you start playing with it, and then you can find all kinds of things that you can toss in there.
I know. I already have some ideas in mind. I need more clear. But
yeah.
I'll remind everybody, this is the prize pack that
oh my goodness
Sculpey is giving away. So you have until next Tuesday to like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts to enter. And we'll be excited to see who gets it. I know that the winner from last week was at Lisa's Live. I don't see her now, so we must have caught her at her lunch break or something.
Oh,
I know it's hard to catch both every week. I know a lot of you come back and watch the replay, which we appreciate. But Lisa, you want to announce the winner?
Yes.
You were going to write her name down.
And yeah. Hang on. I've got
baby shells and tiny starfish. Yes, that would be beautiful, Jimmy.
Okay, so it's Karen Hinkle Ramato.
So Karen, you have won. Last week was my products, so you have won a sampler pack of my papers and sentiments. So send us in a private message your mailing address, and I will get those out to you.
Yes. So congratulations, Karen, on that one.
Laura has lots of ideas. I think Maria does. I think Jimmy does. Jimmy has so many ideas to use this. So when you guys, whether or not you win the prize package, but if you use Liquid Sculpey, we would love to see what you're creating. Yeah, put it in our group. Yep. And Liquid Sculpey has a group too. So you want to go, they have a YouTube channel that's really great. So you can go there and watch a lot of videos. They have a lot of 1-minute tips. So there's a lot on there. I saw quite a few when I was doing research. Make sure you check them out and thank them for sponsoring today. Yep. We love our sponsors. We do. And we love all of you. And we appreciate when you guys come and watch and share. And we would love to see what you guys do. So, yeah. Until next week, remember to take a little time to craft because it is good for your soul. Right? It really Wonder is liquids does liquid Sculpey expire? I don't think so. Because I have had Sculpey clay, their regular baked clay, and and I've had that for years and years and years, and that never expired. I think the only clay that I know of on the market that expires is Macon's, because it is an air dry polymer clay.
Yeah.
And that does. I mean, you got a 3-year shelf life, and that's from where it comes to the store, So, but I do not think Liquid Sculpey expires, because I have had some of it for over a year, and it's worked just fine.
Yeah.
But I know the regular clay does not expire.
Yeah.
But I'll check with Jen to make sure. But I do not believe it expires. So,
all right,
Laura, you're welcome. I hope not, because I know I have liquid in the blocks. They're old. Yeah, no, give them a try. I think that they will be perfectly fine. And you can use the regular clay, the block clay, in combination with liquid. So
yeah, that would be another fun live.
Because you can use the liquid as a bonding agent or a glue to glue those pieces together.
That would be fun. That would be another really good live.
It would. We can think of so many.
Oh gosh. I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like my head's going to explode.
Sometimes. Well, again, thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next week at noon and 2 Central Time with 2 more lives.
Yep.
Okay.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I'll see ya.